when I was approached about facilitating a rooted group, my first response was, I'm not qualified to do that. I am a person that loves to be in my comfort zone. And this was stepping out of that comfort zone, trying something new and stepping out in faith. I think the greatest fear that I had in stepping up and saying yes to facilitating a rooted group was realizing that I don't have the ability to be everything that I would like to be for this to be a perfect group. And that was the humbling part of it, coming to that realization that I cannot do this. It has to be God doing it through me. But I stepped out in faith, and it's amazing how God equips us for what He calls us to do. And it has been an amazing experience. I don't regret a moment of it. The transparency that we have in our group and the love and the compassion for each other is phenomenal. And it's just beautiful to see that people of different walks can come together with that commonality of wanting to live for the Lord. So it's a beautiful thing. God kind of weaves our lives together, kind of like a tapestry, even as different as we are. It really makes me love God so much more when I know that He doesn't just choose a certain demographic of person or according to maybe how committed we are to Him, what our past is. It doesn't matter. He loves us all equally. And He's an equal opportunity God, and I think that has really been shown in the diversity that we have in our group. And I just love that about Him, that anybody can feel welcome in one of these groups because we are all part of God's family. I think being part of the community of the church here has really helped. It really empowers me, I think, through the messages weekly, and it feeds me spiritually. But being in a small group is kind of where the rubber hits the road. I think it empowers us to take what we learn, what we hear from Scripture, and put it into practice so that we can be Jesus' hands and feet. And I believe that True Hope is a wonderful example of being Jesus' hands and feet, not just preaching about what we should do, but actually implementing that. And as small groups, we encourage one another to go out and do service events. How can we make a difference in the world? And I think this whole Rooted series has really opened my eyes as to what is our purpose here, and realizing that God has a purpose for every one of us. And just finding that purpose brings so much joy and so much fulfillment when we step forward and say, okay, Lord, help me carry out that purpose and be the person that you created me to be.